Funding your retirement, the roadmap to success. One of the most compelling questions asked by Americans today is, will I be able to afford to retire? The short answer is many Americans may not, unless they develop a retirement plan roadmap. While your retirement date may be several years down the road, it's never too early to break from the starting line. Here are 4 factors you must consider. First, inflation affects investment dollars by eating into their real purchasing power every year. If inflation is calculated at 3% per year, after 10 years, a dollar only buys 74 cents worth of goods and services. Second, your investment choices are plentiful, but it takes time and analysis to decide which are best for you. Third, rising medical costs can be especially challenging for retirees on a fixed income. And fourth, increased longevity is providing Americans with more golden years to enjoy. To maintain an adequate retirement lifestyle, retirees draw on 3 main sources of income. 1. Social Security. 2. Employer-sponsored retirement plans. And 3. Personal retirement savings. Social Security offers a base level of income, and fully relying on it can potentially make retirement a bumpy road. Retirees tie together Social Security benefits with investments from their employer-sponsored retirement plans. The reality is that if you plan on having a more cushy retirement, your personal retirement savings are the key to spending more time on your favorite beach. Question: how much income will you need? And how much will you need to accumulate so that the monthly income you do need can be provided without reducing your principal? Let's use an example of how Mr. and Mrs. America figured out the pieces to the retirement puzzle. First, they produced a laundry list that included their current income, expenses, assets, and liabilities. Then the couple leaped ahead to an estimated date of retirement when they plan on surfing their favorite beach. Then they estimated how much income they will receive from all sources: Social Security, veterans benefits, their retirement plans at work, individual retirement accounts, and their personal savings and investments. Now, in the most daring leap of all, they determined what their cost of living would be after they retire. They were surprised when they realized they had an income shortfall. Their monthly cost of living was more than their monthly income. So Mr. and Mrs. America put on their thinking caps and decided to slash as many expenses today so that they could increase their personal savings and investments in order to build a fund that would yield more income at retirement. The couple now must tackle the task of choosing their investments. For them, it's the equivalent of E equals MC squared. Neither of them is an investment Einstein, but they took a shot at making some initial decisions. The Americans realized that age also matters. The number of years squeezed between now and when they plan to retire will affect their choice of investments. Early retirement may not be a possibility, but they are the picture of good health and actually want to continue working after they retire. They decided that a targeted investment portfolio made up of a combination of growth and income funds would work best for them. The Americans had no intention of making this journey alone. Any decisions they made would be with the counsel and blessing of their financial advisors. They also had to consider their individual investment personalities and their tolerance for assuming risk. Mr. A was more of a risk taker, never considering the need for a safety net, while Mrs. A was more cautious. It also boils down to this: consider your age, stage in life, personal temperament, and planning time horizon. There's a cornucopia of investment possibilities. Annuities, both fixed and variable, mutual funds, stocks, bonds, and other options, many with potentially higher risks. Once you develop a retirement plan, it's essential that you follow through so that the sun never sets on your retirement dream.